Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2018, and welcome to the RudeBoyz Game Cat. I'm sorry. Welcome to the newly relaunched RudeBoyz Power Hour. It's a new year.
Same us.
Same us, new podcast, though. But, you know, the same numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, your boys are on location today because...
That's true, yeah.
Because,
well, I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom. Oh, it's going to be one of those shows, baby.
We got hit. The entire continent of North America got hit with this bomb-ass cyclone. And
they just find news for everything.
Absolutely, yeah. We're on location right now in the mobile Wall Street Bangers recording studio. So bear with us. This is not going to be reflective of the rest of the year. Or it might be. Who knows?
It definitely will be.
It's way too early to tell. But, you know, it's the same nonsense. New name. Because we kind of figured we're going to stray away a little bit from the video game talk. But we'll keep it going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gaming's a big part of my life.
I'm there.
And Tom's there. But Tom's got more layers to him.
I'm like an onion.
God damn it.
I'm like an onion.
Second time this fucking concept.
All right.
Chris. Yeah, Tommy.
Who's in your mouth, bud?
Nobody in my mouth right now.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Cracking it open right now.
There you go.
This is a Mike's Harder Lemonade.
Harder Lemonade.
Harder Lemonade. It's 8% alcohol. Again, because we're mobile, we didn't have really much of a opportunity to stock up.
Yep.
Which is a shame. I feel like the bangers would have provided better for your boys, but whatever. It's all good. I gotta get in touch with that department.
Yeah.
But I'm paper bagging it right now again because we're mobile. So
there you go.
Oh man, never really a fan. Oh man, 8%. Yeah.
It's the worst thing on God's green earth.
I just wanted something with a high ABV. That's it.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta finish it like a baby bird.
I will. Yeah, by the end of this, I'll be good. And Tommy, who's in your mouth?
In my mouth is green tea with ginseng and honey by this little company called Arizona.
Is that part of your resolution? You're not going to drink anymore?
Oh, God, no. I'm just, I'm saving myself.
He's also captaining the mobile recording station, so probably a good thing that he doesn't get blitzed.
Yeah, we don't want to crash.
Right. No, this is true.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't drink. Well, unless, yeah, don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't drink and drive ever. It's a poor idea. Call an Uber if you need to.
All right. Don't drink and then drive.
Yeah.
Or also and drive.
Yeah. Just don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb, everybody.
All
be safe. We all made it this fucking shit year, 2017, but it's over.
Yeah.
And you know what? It really wasn't that bad of a year because later in the episode, we're going to be talking about our bests of 2017s. And it's all plural because there's a lot of bests that we're going to pick, and there's 2 of each because, you know, we're 2 people.
Yeah.
So
just wait. It's going to be all over. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be good. All right, man. Clink it.
Clink it. Thud it.
There we go. Clink it, thud.
So, some Blitzkrieg news.
Blitzkrieg!
All right, so we got in games. Maybe a Nintendo Direct on January 11th.
Yes. So there's a lot of rumors. I can't. You know what? I don't know if it's me being a Nintendo fan or anything, but like I see a lot of rumors and speculations about Nintendo specifically. I don't know if Sony and Microsoft have that, or if just because the fan base for Nintendo is so rabid, but there's a lot of signs pointing towards a Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct, Tom, if you're uninitiated. What's a Nintendo Direct?
It's like, hey, guys, this is what you have to look forward to.
Right, shit.
We've been friends long enough that I know what things are.
That's fair. Okay.
All right. I'm not a total schlub.
So there should be one around the 11th because like they've had a really good 2017 Nintendo with the Switch coming out and their games and the release. I got to speed this up. This is Blitzkrieg. So there should be one coming up for like the first quarter of the year. So everyone's looking forward to January. And there's a lot of rumors kicking around. There's going to be a new firmware update for the Switch. There was a video kicking around, but I think that got debunked already. But a lot of rumors as far as talking about like the things coming up for this year, specifically for this first quarter or first half, because we know we got Bayonetta 1 and 2 re-release for the Switch.
Okay.
That's cool. Those are fun games.
That's neat. You know what? I may repick those up.
Right, yes, because you now have a Switch in the household.
I do.
Right,
I do.
so that's something cool. So actually, some part of those rumors are actually still dealing with that. They're still going to keep that 3DS alive.
Okay.
One of the rumors I heard that's pretty juicy for you is that they may do another Link Between Worlds style Zelda game. Yes. In the vein of like a Link's Awakening, which was the first Game Boy Legend of Zelda game.
I'm on.
So hopefully that's cool, because again, that's a juicy rumor, and again, because the fan base is so rabid for Nintendo stuff, that, you know, people eat this shit up like nobody's business, and people get disappointed a whole lot because it's like how you want the company to be ran and then how it is ran. But hey, whatever, they've had a stellar year, so hopefully you know, this will be true, and we'll see in the next couple of days and weeks.
Sounds great. So we also got N64 top in secondhand markets during holiday
That's
season.
correct. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So there was some polls going out on some used game stores and, you know, retro video gaming places that the N64 was like one of the top retro consoles to get picked up, and I think that means that we're ready for like a N64 classic or something like that. Like I have nostalgia for the N64. Like Super Nintendo was kind of my base like jumping point, and that system is awesome.
Right.
But the N64 was like my second major console, and that was like really what I gravitated towards.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of love for that system. Not a lot of people do, this is kind of why that news is surprising, because like you know, people don't like it. People were more into PlayStation at the time.
Right. I mean, as cool as like, you know, all these classics are and whatnot, they don't put a lot of the games on there that I really enjoy.
They really
like,
do cater to a specific audience.
Yeah, and I'm just like, like I look at some of them and I'm just like, yeah, they're cool, but are they $60 cool? Nah, I got $60 I can spend on beer and wings. So,
Sure, yeah, okay. I see what you mean, but I think it's the gimmick of it, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like to have this tiny little Super Nintendo or NES,
yeah,
and you could just play Mega Man 2 or Super Castlevania 4 or whenever you want. Like,
right, but I got these mongoloid hands.
That's fair.
That,
well, the controllers are actually the same appropriate size, yeah.
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know they're re-releasing the NES Classic this year.
Okay.
But if it's anything like the last couple years, we'll find out something later half of this year.
Okay.
If they're doing a new console or pushing forward with the ones they've already done.
Sounds pretty neat. Sounds pretty neat.
And that's it for video games.
That's it for video games. In comics, we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to get Blade. Now, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
yeah,
as you all know.
Still gotta get back in on it.
You really do, and I'm gonna force it on you.
I'm going.
Yeah. You brought it upon yourself.
Okay.
Blade, I believe, came with the Sony, or did it come with the Fox accusation?
I thought it was no, I don't think it was the Fox
Maybe Sony?
I think it was a matter of they didn't do any, whoever had the Blade rights didn't do anything with them.
Right, okay. So
they reverted back to normal. Same thing with Daredevil. I can't think of anyone else at the time. I guess Ghost Rider.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome though, man. Like Blade has always been my favorite. I mean, Wesley Snipes killed it as Blade. I would love to see him, reprise the role. Right. I don't think he will, but
I think he needs money, so
true. I mean,
can't hurt.
Yeah, and also so cool.
Well, so how is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doing?
Really well. I mean, they've taken a completely weird turn with season 5 where. Spoilers. Spoiler alert, everybody listening. Yeah, you know who you are. Damn it. Don't want to hear it. So, they're in the future and off planet right now. Okay. So it's cool, but it's weird. So they've been doing a thing which I'm interested in I guess the last couple seasons. They've been doing just arcs or something like that. Like maybe they'll cut it into like 5 episodes. Yeah, and it'll just be like a self-contained story. Yeah. Like the Ghost Rider thing, and then they did something with like live LMDs. LMDs, thank you. Life model decoys. Life model decoys, that's it. Yes. So it was very cool. Cool. I will stick with it until Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is no more, which I hope that never happens because I love it so much. Right. Yeah. And I'm just like that, and like the Netflix stuff. It's really just disappointing that those arms of the I'll say MCU.
because I mean it is connected, but they're on the back ends. Like, I would just love just a quick cameo scene of, like, Daredevil in Infinity War.
Yeah, no, like, that would be cool.
It does not have to be a thing. Or Ghost Rider showing up in Daredevil.
You know, like what they kind of did in, you know, with the, you know, in the X-Men cartoon where they were showing, like, the Phoenix, and you see Spider-Man, like, shooting the web, and, like, you know, you see Doctor Strange sitting in his study, like, you know, that would, they've also done that in the comics, like, Fatal Attractions, when Magneto completely wiped out the whole electrical grid. You know, you see Ben Grimm and Reed Richards, and Reed Richards is just sitting there in his studies, like, the backup generator will kick in. You know? So that was cool. Like, they showed, like, different, like, showing you that the whole world has gotten affected by this.
Because it's all owned by the same... The comics obviously all owned by the same people. The Fox cartoons all owned by Fox at the time, licensed by Fox. But now it's like, you know, Marvel's got, or Disney has all these, like, characters that they could just pop in because they have them. You know what I mean? Like, they could just show Ghost Rider driving his fucking car around because it is that type of Ghost Rider, which, hey, I'm fucking fine with.
Yeah, no.
He looks sick, but...
He does, yeah.
But if anything, it just brings more eyes to those other products. And I'm just kind of... I'm surprised that they don't do that, but... What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, now that they have
a lot more.
Now that everyone's coming home, they can do that. So, also, the father of Marvel Comics oh boy, you can dress him up nice, but you can't take him out in public, people. Let me tell you. Anyway, the father of Marvel and one of my heroes, Stan the Man Lee, turned 95 this past week.
That's correct, yes.
He is...
old as shit.
He's... I was going to show a little more respect, but yes, old as shit. And you know what? He's still doing those cameos, which I'm alright with.
Yeah.
So, Stan Lee, happy birthday from the RudeBoyz.
Yeah, Stan, I know you listen, but, like, just start filming a shitload of cameos, buddy, alright? Because I need to see you...
In everything.
In everything. Like that's it, man. And now that everyone's all pretty much owned by the same company, then, you know, you can bang it all out in a week, buddy.
That made me sad.
We love you. No, it's a good thing.
I know.
Don't be sad.
Yeah, okay.
You're drinking.
I'm drinking iced tea.
All right.
Movie news. Last Jedi makes over $1 billion. Yep. You are very welcome, Disney and Lucas.
You're welcome for that.
For the RudeBoyz bump.
You're welcome. You couldn't have done it without us, just saying.
You really couldn't. Like, you guys would have crashed and burned.
Yeah. And this really kind of shows that all the little drama or whatever that was going on with Last Jedi. Excuse me.
Oh boy. Yep.
That was going on with shows. That was going on with The Last Jedi, as far as you know, people not liking it, and it had like a drop off the second weekend. Yeah. Like, it made $1 billion. It was. I'm not going to talk out of my ass for once on this episode, but I believe it was the top or the second top highest grossing movie in 2017, and it was only out for like a month and a half. Yeah, I think the other one was Beauty and the Beast, which I saw. It was a fine movie, but I mean that would have totally made $1 billion because it's a family-friendly movie. Emma Watson, you know, good stuff. Last Jedi made over $1 billion. You are very welcome. Yeah, great job, Rian Johnson.
But I mean, let's face it. You put the Disney stamp and the Star Wars stamp on anything, it's gonna
gotta
like
say, gotta say and
you can put those two stamps on each of my ass cheeks, and my ass would make $1 billion. That's all right.
True. How much making right now?
Not $1 billion.
Okay. All right, that's pretty good.
All right. So also in movies we have Slender Man trailer.
This is when you know I'm in charge of the notes.
Oh,
yeah, so
boy.
You're familiar with Slender Man, right?
Things I could give two fucks about, so I'm going to hand this over to you, buddy.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about much about it, but, like, Slender Man is this fucking internet myth / creepypasta of a...
Give me that mic No.
And they're making a movie about it. Like, they made a movie like a year or two ago called Bye Bye Man, which I assumed was just being like, well, we're gonna make a Slender Man movie, but we can't use Slender Man because I think someone actually has rights to that.
Well, also that whole thing that there was also a court case involving Slender Man. Well,
yeah, because like
some dumb bitch decided to
I think she was underage, so
commit a crime.
Right. Well, yeah, but that should show you how friggin' wacky this like urban legend / internet myth goes. No, it's absolutely dumb. Coming from our generation, it's so dumb.
Exactly.
But a younger generation who grows up with nothing but the internet, you know, it's a shame. And, you know, they're making a movie out of it. Okay, that's cool.
Get a life, idiots.
Whatever. The trailer kind of doesn't look great. Don't get me wrong. The trailer looks like, you know, remember that movie that came out right after Hunger Games starring Jennifer Lawrence? It was like House on the Left or something like that. Last House on the Left.
House
at the End of the Street.
Yeah, because it spells out the word hates.
Yes. That movie. That's what this movie seems like. Like, it seems like this movie should have a star attached to it, but I don't think it does.
Right.
I'm just so disattached from media. It might.
Right. I mean,
but that's what it seems like it should be.
I watched that movie with Jennifer Lawrence because, well, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, I saw it too. So, it was okay.
Yeah.
But it was not like, it was like, yeah, we got megastar Jennifer Lawrence. And it's like, this movie is crap. The only time I'll say that was with, what the fuck is it called? That movie with Chris Hemsworth. The horror movie that was in production forever. Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that came out. I don't think they waited like it was strategic, but they waited till he got popular. Yeah. And then they released it. That movie is fantastic.
Absolutely,
so
it is.
You got me that for that.
So,
all right, enough movies.
Yeah, enough of that silliness. Wrestling. We got Royal Rumble hype. We will briefly touch upon this, but our next show will be
more Royal Rumble focused.
Just
100%.
Get ready for a lot of wrestling talk.
Yeah, which is fine because this is not the game cast anymore. This is the Power Hour, so we have an hour to fill. Good God, get ready for that.
Yep. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll talk about, just hype it up real fast. Like, you know, so we got the Women's Royal Rumble, which we talked about last episode. It has been revealed that it is going to have the same rule set as the males. So it's going to have 30 participants. Yep. It's going to, you know, be the same thing, which is great. So we got 2 Royal Rumble matches coming up.
That's
in the next
pretty awesome.
That's going to be wild.
That's really cool. I like that.
As far as the title matches are concerned, it's a 3-way for the Universal title between Brock, Braun Strowman, and Kane, all fucking people. And the WWE Championship match, as of now, is going to be a handicap match between champion AJ Styles and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which I'm disappointed in because then that pulls those guys out from the Rumble. Sure. Traditionally, even though I do hate, you know this, Tom, I hate when people challenge for the world title, lose, and then show up in the match later. Like, it's like, you had your chance, you lost. Get the hell out of here. Sure. Yeah. And you're going to have the finals for the U.S. Championship, which is vacated right now for SmackDown.
Right. And we'll probably see Miz versus Roman Reigns because the Miz shows back up tomorrow on Monday Night Raw.
Yep. Which has already happened, technically, but... It's recorded. It's going to come out Tuesday. And the show happens Monday.
Right, yes, okay.
Time paradox.
Whew. You just blew my mind away.
So more stuff from Royal Rumble next week. Yeah. Get tuned, RudeNation.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Not next week, next show.
Next show, sorry. Yeah, gotta be specific.
Yeah, well. So we also have WWE Mixed Match Challenge debuts January 16th. Right. See, I've been seeing this floating around a lot. So, what is this exactly?
What the Mixed Match Challenge is, it's this programming that WWE and Facebook have partnered up. Okay. Because Facebook launched this whole, like, watch videos on Facebook, like, specifically. So they're doing programming that will show up, I believe, after SmackDown. Okay. And the hook of it is it's got superstars, male and female, from Raw and SmackDown. And they are in mixed... What's the phrase? It's like mixed...
Mixed tags.
Mixed tags. Thank you. Right. Oh, my God. Mixed tags, which means that it's a male and a female.
Okay.
So, leading up, this has led to a lot of speculation as far as, like, you know, almost like dream teams. Like, you know, like in the past, you've had Finn Balor and Bayley team up on NXT. Right. Or, like, Bobby Roode and Charlotte team up because they both wear robes. You know, it's like this weird, not canon WWE thing where they just kind of put some teams together. Some of the teams that got put together are pretty cool. Yeah. Like, you got Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman. Yep, I saw that. Which is, like, wild because she's, like, the smallest chick and he's, like, the biggest dude. Yeah. So that's kind of funny. Like I said, Bobby Roode and Charlotte got paired off. So far, you got 2 husband-wife combos of Rusev and Lana. Yep. And Jimmy Uso and Naomi.
And wasn't Finn and Asuka?
No, Finn and... Oh, Jesus, that would have been a team. Yeah. It's Finn and Sasha.
Finn and Sasha,
which is pretty cool. Yeah. I would love if they were to do, like, fun team names. like how they used to do in the early Survivor Series.
Okay,
like
yeah.
the Teamsters versus the
Right,
Heartbreakers
right.
or whatever the fuck. Like, I think that would be cool.
Right.
And like some other pairings, you got like Nia Jax and Apollo Crews.
Okay.
No,
they're not doing anything. So.
Well, I think what was gonna happen. I think there was a lot of another fan pairing was gonna be Nia and Braun.
Okay.
Because they're both like the dominant forces in
Sure.
their divisions. But I like Bliss and Braun.
Sure. Yeah.
And I like Bliss.
Yeah.
The end.
Well, I mean,
but
especially
and her end. But I like Bliss and Braun put together because you have such a weird disparity between the heights and the weights, and it's just wacky to look at. Excuse me.
I mean,
Mike's heart is getting to me.
I mean, like what they're just doing with Nia is just horrible, man.
Well, yeah, because he's partnered with your boy Enzo. But,
yeah,
which I think they were trying to push that.
Yeah,
they were gonna try to push Enzo and Nia together, but
right.
because Enzo's got some fatal case of the flu or whatever, so he's not been on TV for a while. But anyway, this is a charity thing, so you know, it makes it
it's
that's
pretty
why
cool.
It's non-canon.
So I won't trash on certain things.
I might watch a highlight. I don't think I'm gonna watch it live. But
I'm sure I have better things to be doing.
Yeah, if some of these matches, some of these tag teams got a little more, provocative or whatever. Like I see Goldust trying to team up with Asuka. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. Like they both got the face paint thing, whatever. I'm trying to think who else is in the running, but I think like Becky wants to team with Sami Zayn.
Okay.
So that could be pretty cool.
The fiery redheads.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like that.
Okay. So in TV,
talk.
This is awesome. We got Animaniacs to return to Hulu in 2020.
Yep.
That's awesome, but it sucks that we gotta wait 2 years.
True. Well, I mean, Hulu has the rights now, as of that deal, for all the episodes of Animaniacs, all the episodes of Pinky and the Brain, and Pinky Elmira and the Brain, or whatever spinoff that was, and also Tiny Toons.
Okay.
So I actually haven't checked Hulu to see if that was like up right now, but that is coming. Animaniacs growing up, man, like I think I liked it because it was just so fucking wacky.
Yeah. And
I was more of a Freakazoid guy, but
you watch Animaniacs now, you're like, how did they get away with what is on there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like just some of the jokes, and you don't catch it when you're a young kid.
Oh no, absolutely.
And now you're just like, what?
Right.
How did how did my mom not yell at us for watching this?
Sure, yeah. Like, how do you bury Tim Burton, and how do you bury all these Hollywood stars? And like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I knew who Tim Burton was as a kid.
Right? Yeah.
Like that's it. But like that's pretty cool. I can only imagine what they're gonna do, and hopefully they'll get a little. They'll have the same amount of allowance. I think it's the same staff coming on and the same executive team coming on. So it should try to recapture the same magic. But again, it's trying to grab that nostalgia for the late 80s, early 90s kids, and you know what I mean.
Which is cool. Like,
absolutely.
And some breaking news in TV land.
Breaking news
is that
RudeBoyz exclusive.
The fact that Game of Thrones isn't coming back till 2019.
There was talk about that happening, and it's confirmed. So,
each of those episodes best be like 2.5 hours.
I don't know. I'm more excited if they were to do like a spin-off or a prequel series or whatever, like something they have. No, not between. I'm saying like afterwards, because they want to keep that Game of Thrones money rolling. As much as they can.
It's stupid money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's cool though that we finally have a time frame, but it sucks that it's so far away.
Right. Well, think about the guys who are trying to read the book. Like they've been waiting for the next book for years and years.
True.
So
yeah,
and we're lapping them. I mean, we as far as like a TV watching audience, I do not read books.
I'm actually going to start listening to
the
books.
All right, cool.
They should be that should be fun.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Gotta hope. So we have some randomness going on.
Yeah, we got some etc. news.
Yeah, etc. So apparently people in Oregon have to pump their own gas, and they're losing their minds, I guess?
That is correct, yeah. So starting January, apparently, so we live close to Jersey, unfortunately.
Right.
Jersey has a lot of Sorry, Jersey listeners, but you're a sewer. Say hi to the Rat King for us.
Sorry, not sorry.
So they have Oregons in starting January 1st can begin pumping their own gas in certain counties. And so because of this news, and because it was posted on social media, like, everyone's losing their mind. So I'm going to read some of the comments. And I'm going to only put it in perspective. In the state we live, the great state of New York, you're allowed to pump your own gas. Not allowed, like, you pump your own gas. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's very rare that there is a service station that,
yes, exactly,
that'll do it.
And be careful, because that price will jack up. And I've gotten caught several times because I did not realize.
Yeah, I've gotten to one, and they're like, yeah, that's $3.50. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's what?
Yep.
How much? How much a gallon? Yeah.
Pull out and go.
Kiss my ass.
Baby.
Yeah. I'll screw in the gas tank later.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, like, jokes on social media as far as, like, Oregonians pumping their own gas. And you remember the movie Zoolander, right?
Yeah.
You know that one scene where, like, they're all playing, it's almost like they're shooting off like a hose, but it's the gas pump.
Yes.
Yeah, they're showing us like live footage from Oregon, like pumping their own gas. Like, they don't know what they're doing. That's
incredible.
So these are some of, like, the legit comments that we're getting from Oregonians pumping their own gas.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use that phrase loosely because of this, this humor going on. A lot of people have gotten in on the joke. Mm-hmm. And if I mention one of those, I'm sorry, but this whole thing is just hilarious. So these are some of the comments that are going on, legit or not. I've lived in this state all my life, and I refuse to pump my own gas. I had to do it once in California while visiting my brother and almost died doing it. This is a service only qualified people should perform. I will literally park at the pump and wait until someone pumps my gas. I can't even. I don't want to pump my own gas. Hate the smell and having to get out in the winter in a skirt? No way. Well, apparently, most people in Oregon assume that only to pump gas, you must remove all people from the vehicle and stand in open while thugs attack all angles while being sprayed with gas.
Oh my.
That can't be real.
God.
All caps. Exclamation point. No. Disabled, seniors, people with young children in car need help. Not to mention getting out on your car with transients around and not feeling safe too. This is a bad idea. Grr. Not a good idea. There are lots of reasons to have an attendant helping. One is they need a job too. Many people are not capable of knowing how to pump glass and the hazards of doing it correctly. Besides, I don't want to go to work smelling of gas when I can get it on my hands or clothes. I agree. Very bad idea. I'm going to end on this one.
Wow.
I don't even know how to pump gas, and I'm 62, native Oregonian. I say no thanks. I don't want to smell like gasoline.
All right. So,
Oregon, get over yourself.
So I totally take back what I just said about Jersey being trash. Oregon, you have just won the first ever RudeBoyz Trash Baby Award.
There you go, baby. I could see that being a weekly, an episodic thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So you win, Oregon. Actually, you may want to save that for the next.
Yeah. All right. So
we're gonna end on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna end our blitz. We're not.
And
yeah.
You could say that word for word.
Yeah. An idiot YouTuber did some idiot thing on YouTube because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What I like about this is the fact that we're not saying this fucking idiot's name.
Absolutely. He doesn't need any more promotion than what he's
Fuck
getting.
him.
He's an idiot.
You're a piece of shit, and you win the Trash Baby Award.
There you go.
Of RudeBoyz.
Like this, again, this could be a generational thing, but because, like, you know, my boy Tom and I do this on the fun. This isn't art. We're not creators.
Yeah.
We're just talking. Okay? Like, people shouldn't be like, this is my art. This is my career. I'm sorry. Like, we don't see it that way.
Not at all.
If you're not making money in a legit sense, and I mean, if you're going to foreign lands, again, I'm not trying to give this person any promotion and mocking their culture or mocking certain situations just so you can get a laugh and a rise out of people and get a couple likes on YouTube.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, there is a lot of creativity out on the internet, and those people, my hat is off to you. However, this lowest common denominator nonsense, it's not for me, man.
Yeah,
and you know what? This is how it is. And you want to talk about, like, don't get me wrong, our generation is at war with the generation before us.
Yep.
But these are sowing the seeds right now, my friend.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. You're a You're a fucking idiot.
And that's all we got to say about
That's
that. And that, my friends, is Blitzkrieg News. What you been up to, Tom?
I have been up to, well, you'll be happy. I finally read Kraven's Last Hunt.
You are not a poser anymore. That's great. Because Kraven's your boy.
I understand that.
And that is the definitive Kraven story for Spider-Man.
Sure, yeah.
Which we
that
should reference.
Yes, that was a very good.
Yes. Agreed.
You know,
I read it for the first time last year too.
Yeah, I mean, I always saw like panels and whatnot, but like, yeah, that ending, man, was insane.
For some sort of reference for those people who don't know about Kraven's Last Hunt, before Kraven's Last Hunt, which came out like 92 or something like that, early 90s, written by DeMatteis, right, or something like that, who's now a prolific Spider-Man writer because of this story. Kraven was kind of just a wacky jabroni villain who showed up in a leotard with like a lion's mane and had some sort of wacky jungle antics going on with Spider-Man in the Savage Land or whatever. Like, it didn't matter. He was a nonsense character. The background of the story was the writer wanted to make this new character and have this story of how I don't want to should we even talk about the spoilers?
It's been out since 92.
All right, fine. So the character who basically captures Spider-Man, kills him, buries him alive, and assumes his role. Okay? They didn't want to create a new character, so they had to pick a character from one of Spider-Man's rogues. They picked Kraven, who obviously wasn't doing anything. But this was like the turning point for that character.
Absolutely.
In wrestling terms, this was his push.
Yes.
Into the main event.
Yes.
So the story goes that Kraven was basically sick and tired of getting beaten up by Spider-Man, and he wanted to assume the role of the Spider.
Right. He was taking hallucinogenic drugs.
Yep. Which was also big around that time.
Eating spiders, which wasn't big around that time.
Well, sure.
Ever. It was just insane. He was going into like, you know, situations and snapping people's necks.
Yeah.
And not giving a fuck.
Right.
And it was insane. And then, you know, when he turned his gun on himself, I was like, you have got to be shitting me.
I mean, you knew that was happening, right?
No, I didn't know that he iced himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not a Kraven fan, bro.
Oh, blow me. I didn't.
So okay, again, so the story goes that
spoilers.
You know, again, a spoiler. You've already
been out since '92. Get over it.
The spoiler of this is that Kraven assumes he captures Spider-Man, right, by pulling a gun on him, and even the writing of the comic is like Spider-Man is like, what? Yeah. He's got a gun? Yeah, like he doesn't even believe that Kraven's gonna.
Yeah, because for the longest time,
Spider-Man.
For the longest time, Kraven had was just running around with spears.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like wild tigers or some shit.
Exactly.
So, and at the time, Spider-Man was in the black suit, not the symbiote black suit, but a replica black suit because the black suit's evil. Right. So what happens is Spider-Man is presumably dead. He's buried.
Yep.
Cool. Kraven wears the black Spider-Man costume, goes to beat, I believe, Vermin. Now, Vermin, in perspective, is a jabroni character, but Spider-Man couldn't beat him on his own. Right. Spider-Man had used Captain America or the rest of the Avengers to beat him. So Kraven beat Vermin on his own. So at that time, he was like, I'm better than the Spider. Yeah. Spider-Man was actually he wasn't
It was like
killed.
tranks.
It was like, tranquilizer darts. He was buried alive, and his love for Mary Jane and his like the spider god talking to him basically willed him to...
Which has not been the first time that
is
spider
true.
god has shown up.
That is true. Willed him to dig himself out of his own grave. Him and Kraven have a standoff. Kraven's all like, it's like, you know what, I'm better than you. I win. That's it. That's all I got. And then kills himself.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking insane.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It was insane.
What else you been up to? I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. I read Shadowlands as well.
Now I'm interested in this. This is when... Tell me about Shadowlands.
This is when Daredevil was pretty much... He was ruling Hell's Kitchen with an iron fist. And with
Iron Fist?
With a iron fist.
Not the protector of Kunlun?
No, not the
Immortal Iron Fist?
He's involved in the story, but he's not.
He now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you got Luke Cage, you got Jessica Jones, you got Iron Fist, so you got a whole shit ton of people. When
did Shadowland come out? If you don't mind me asking, range. You don't have to give me a year.
2000s.
Okay.
So
cool. Just put it in perspective. Okay, cool.
He's wearing this, like, gray suit, and his horns are, like, bigger.
Okay.
Turns out he's actually possessed by
I love that shit.
He's possessed by an actual devil.
Yeah, I love that shit.
So they, like, he's just, like, he's ruling the hand, and he has Typhoid Mary, who's one of, his love interests.
Yeah.
And he also has Elektra.
Right.
And then you also have
his love interest.
Yeah, and then you have Kingpin involved.
Also one of his love interests. Oh, I've seen some shit.
So, oh boy.
Continue.
So, and then, like, finally it was just like, all right, we're bringing in the heavy guns. Okay. They end up bringing Wolverine in, and Wolverine's like, that's not Murdoch. Okay. That's not, and so it comes down to pretty much Elektra putting a blade through him. So,
spoiler. Yeah,
well, it's been out for a while, so sorry if
I might want to borrow that. You have the trade paperback, or you have is it online?
You can read it on my phone.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm
sure it was like cheap. So
I'm sure it's stupid cheap.
I'm super interested in that because the one thing surprisingly that I like about Daredevil is that he's got like that, like he's a dude, absolutely, but like because of his old religious
overtones and whatnot,
exactly, they can do that shit where he's possessed by the devil or whatever. Like I think I saw a panel where him and Ghost Rider go off, and I guess the demon within Daredevil overpowered the demon in Ghost Rider.
Yeah, like I didn't read
any. Sucks up the flames off of his skull.
Yep.
Like, oh man, I dig that shit.
Yeah, that was actually that's in the main book.
And I'm not gonna lie, I hate a lot of like the cosmic, wacky, mythical shit from Marvel because it's just like you're like, what are you doing? I'm so confused.
Right.
That I love for some reason. And also shout out to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 stage Shadowland. That's a cool stage because you see Daredevil just chilling in the background.
In the throne, yeah. I mean, if you are interested in Daredevil stuff, I have a shit ton of Daredevil.
Oh sure, yeah,
books,
I know.
So,
you gave me one, I think.
Yeah,
I don't remember what.
Daredevil's very cool. The stuff that Frank Miller has written, is fantastic. And I want to say John Romita draws a lot of it.
Probably,
so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I've also read. I finished Secret Empire.
This was new.
This came out over the summer.
Yeah, this was like the last big storyline.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about it since it is new.
But what was leading up to it is not a spoiler. That Captain America was a Hydra agent the whole time.
Well, it was weird.
Yeah, it was basically a lot. It was. I think it was a marketing thing just to drum up interest.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, we're looking through the forest at the trees at this point. Like, we're adults. We're like, this is not. You're just doing this to get our interest. Yeah. And, I mean, it worked. You read it.
Yeah, no, so totally.
How was it?
It was good. It really, like, you see that the movies are influencing the comics now. Like, a lot.
I believe it.
So, I'll leave it at that because, like I said, it's still fairly new.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we'll revisit and talk about it later if you end up picking it up.
Yeah, no,
it was good.
There's a couple Spider-Man things I want to read on the docket, but like once I'm done with like those main big time stories.
Okay.
Funny enough, big time's one of them. I will try to branch out and read some of the other Marvel storylines. Okay. So. Nice, dude.
I watched Bright. It was a Netflix original movie.
Yes, I saw some trailer. The trailers were cool, but I've heard
it didn't deserve the hate that it got.
Really,
I really enjoyed the hell out of it.
Okay,
like if you like David Ayer, he's a
director, right?
Yeah, he's the guy that did Suicide Squad and whatnot. He also wrote Training Day, so it does have a Training Day feel to it,
right?
And I love Training Day. That's like one of my all-time favorites.
Okay, cool. I
suggest you all watch it.
What do you give it at whatever rating system?
Out of 10 stars, I'll say between 6.5 and a 7.
Okay.
So definitely solid.
Which is still good. I mean, people got to understand what rating systems is concerned.
Yeah.
I try to use the entire scale. Like, I do that Untapped app. So it's like out of 5 stars and you can pick 0.5.
Right.
I try to pick the whole thing. Like, if it's like 2.5 stars, that's like still fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 5 is like a perfect thing.
Sure.
But like a 50%, it's not like a failing or anything like that. It's just like, it was like, it was okay.
Yeah, but, of course, people have...
Yeah, the higher number, the better.
They have their idiot boxes, the internet, so they can spout off. I've unfortunately had to start The Last of Us twice.
Right, yeah, because you had some save game issues.
Yeah, had some save game issues where I just was not, and I'm back to where I need to be, so I'm all right.
Oh, really? That fast, huh? Okay,
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah. Because I knew what I was looking for. I knew
Okay.
where I had to go to grab this gear and that
Right,
gear
I gotcha.
pieces. So I'm all right.
Okay, sweet.
I've also been...
where you at? You're in the same spot as you've been?
No, well, no.
A little further, a little behind?
A little behind that.
Okay.
So,
You gotta redo it. Okay, I
yeah,
gotcha.
so I'm sure by next episode I'll be pretty far.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
I've gone full you.
What do you mean by that?
I'm playing The Last of Us.
Okay.
I am also playing Overwatch because there's a new event.
Okay.
I'm playing Diablo 3 still. I'm leveling up a bunch of characters. I downloaded this game called Curse of Castella on the 3DS.
Okay. Oh, you were telling me about that.
It's like a ghouls and ghosts type of game.
Okay.
Very cool. Hard as hell.
Sure.
Like harder than ghouls and ghosts. I've also been playing Mega Man X. I downloaded because that was on sale. Yeah.
One of my favorite games.
So I'm sitting there. I'm just like, I don't know what the...
Right, yeah. You're doing that balancing act.
I don't know how the fuck you do it, man. It really is.
Especially having, like, a 40-plus hour job and, this and that.
Plus, I'm reading stuff and this and that, and I'm like...
Yeah, don't get me wrong. You have a lot more, like, media things going on, too. So, more power to you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, also, I still do the Contest of Champions because they just introduced the Sentry, which is pretty cool. He's kind of like another Superman type of character.
Okay. Right.
But he has
Sentry?
Sentry, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said century. Like the time, like the 100
years. No, the Sentry.
Okay. The Sentry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's a split personality character. He has this thing called the Void in him.
Oh, the Lord.
Yeah, it's a whole big thing. We'll go into it later.
Okay, you sure?
So, yeah, man. It's I can go on and on and on and on forever and ever.
And ever?
And ever and ever. What have you been up to, my friend?
Whoa, it's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, during the holiday break and leading up to right about now, me and my girlfriend, we were binge watching a couple things on Netflix.
Okay.
We started off with Black Mirror, the 4th season. Have you seen any Black Mirror, Tom?
I've watched like season 1 and 2.
Okay.
Pretty whacked out. Some of those episodes are just whacked out.
Yeah, it's an anthology series, which means so every episode is pretty much self-containing.
Okay.
And it deals with a lot of the bad aspects of technology.
Yeah.
Like there's some episodes where people rely on their social media score to be popular.
That's actually one of the ones I saw.
Or cyberbullying, or using social media to influence who lives and who dies, or who loves each other. So season 4 came out around the holidays, and it's only 6 episodes, I believe. And they're quick watches because, again, it's all self-contained. You don't need to really, pay attention from episode to episode. But you just got to watch it for 40 minutes to an hour. And this was a pretty good season. Cool. A lot of the episodes were really good. I really want to go back and watch seasons 1 through 3. There was this one episode that came out around Christmas because I think Netflix picked it up. I think like season 2 or something like that. So then they made like a quote unquote Christmas special, which means that they just made one episode around Christmas, starring Jon Hamm. And I love that episode. Jon Hamm can do no wrong.
Right.
And apparently he's got a big dick, so God bless you, Jon Hamm. You deserve it. You alright? Just thinking about Jon Hamm's dick? Yeah, okay. So...
That hammy dick.
The Jon Hamm! Oh, shit. Good for you, Jon Hamm. Anyway, that's a really good episode. This has some really good episodes. I like Black Museum. That comes out. That's like the season finale.
Okay.
Or whatever. There's this one episode, Hang the DJ, which my girlfriend was a big fan of. And what's good is that a lot of these seasons or whatever, they don't have to end so bleak.
Okay.
Which is good, because I think like the first season or season and a half was just like, technology is evil, bro. Yeah. Like, we get it. But a lot of the things could be positive.
Sure, yeah.
So those positive episodes, I don't know, like in season 3, it was the episode San Junipero, which was I don't want to spoil it if you didn't see it, or for any of the RudeNation. Plus, I really don't remember the plot. But it was a nice ending episode.
Okay, good.
So that's always nice.
So you don't want to cut yourself.
Correct. Yes,
okay, good.
I don't want to cut myself.
Good.
I also watched, that came out on the 1st of January, season 3 of Lovesick. Me and my girlfriend.
Yes.
Lovesick is this, I believe, an originally British television show that got picked up with Netflix. And it deals with the plights of one young British male who's actually found out half brothers with the actor who plays Bronn in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool because I love Bronn.
Okay.
And this guy's cool. He gets chlamydia or whatever, so he's got to go back. And as far as seasons 1 and 2 is concerned, he's got to go back and basically almost like relive his past affairs.
Right.
And it's told in a non-linear timeline, so there's a lot of back and forth, and that I love because it's like you have to kind of watch, different than Black Mirror, you kind of have to watch some of these episodes maybe twice, and they're half-an-hour episodes, which is fine. You have to watch these episodes twice just so you can be like, oh man, they referenced this 3 episodes ago, because when you think about it, in the timeline, that already happened.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It's a lot of work, but yes.
It's not really that. You got to just watch it and then just be like, oh man, they talked about this already.
This is me we're talking about.
That's fine. You saw 2 episodes. You liked it.
I know.
Yeah.
But you're just making it sound more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, because that's usually what I do.
I know.
Season 3 was okay.
Okay.
A lot of the hooks in the first 2 seasons, they kind of changed. I don't want to spoil it because it just came out. So it had a different vibe. But it still kept with that non-linear storytelling.
Okay.
And the characters are awesome. Man, I just love... all the characters are written so well. And you want to root for everybody. And none of them are dicks. So that's always good. Right?
Okay. Yeah, no. Not being a dick is a good thing.
Absolutely, yeah. 2018, don't be a dick. That won't go over very well.
Oh God,
right.
Dude, it's
This people's
ruined.
already being
It's
dicks.
already fucking
All right.
ruined.
But that's it as far as my Netflix stuff is concerned. A couple games I've been playing. I picked up, like, at the tail end of the holiday season, Mighty Final Fight.
Okay.
On the 3DS Virtual Console.
Nice.
You know what that is?
Sounds like it's a Final Fight game.
Guy. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. So it's
Hagar guy.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. It's an
Don't fuck
NES.
with me.
It's an NES version
Okay.
of Final Fight.
Okay.
But instead of being like authentic to the arcade version, they make the characters all chibi, like small, big heads, whatever. You know what I mean?
So it's like Double Dragon. It's like Double Dragon. It sounds Double Dragon.
Remember when we played Scott Pilgrim a little bit?
Okay.
Think about that. But obviously scaled down to an NES.
Okay.
Right? So they're like small characters. They got big heads. The story is even almost, yeah.
So Double Dragon.
I guess I never played Double Dragon. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Sorry.
You're a poser.
I'm a poser. I never said I like Double Dragon.
You shut
That
up.
would be like me saying I like Double Dragon but never played a fucking Double
How
Dragon
is
game.
the game? Is it co-op?
The game is fun. It's I don't know actually. No, it can't be. It's an old NES game. I doubt it's co-op.
That makes
even I don't even think the Super Nintendo game was co-op. I don't think so. I'm fairly confident it was not because that was one of the things where it was like, man, this is not as good as the arcade version.
Right.
Which the arcade version is one of my favorite games.
I will agree with.
Yes.
When I used to go to the arcades, Final Fight was one of the ones that I just used to just waste.
Oh, yeah.
Waste so much money.
They had that at the Cradle of Aviation.
Yes.
As a free play, we should try that out.
Definitely.
I'd be down for that. We could bang
Sure.
it out in 20 minutes. Not
Absolutely.
bad. But like the storyline is also very like chibi-fied. Like it's not like hey, you're an ugly guy or whatever. Like,
Right,
like
okay.
it's cutie, and it's fine because like the animation looks cute or whatever. But
Like Double Dragon.
that's pretty much it. Like Double Dragon apparently. I also picked up and finished Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Nice.
I know I talked about this last episode. I was having some technical difficulties or whatever, but like the good in that game severely outweighs the bad. And like the bad is just like the 1 or 2 times there was something wacky technical. Man, I love the Uncharted series now, and between 4 and Lost Legacy, I think that solidified it as one of my favorite Sony franchises. I love the writing. The facial animation is awesome. Like when characters are just talking to each other and they might say something that's like a little rude or whatever like that. They like you see it in their face. Like they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that." Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Nice.
I started up.
I'll add it to my list.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. What's your Uncharted?
I love Uncharted. It's
How many Uncharted games you've played?
The first 2.
Okay.
3, I've rage quit a couple of times.
That's fair because three's a little bit of a mess at times.
That wall puzzle, that giant wall puzzle where you gotta find dogs and lions and horses and line them up.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Lost Legacy's got way more puzzles than any Uncharted game, I feel.
Okay.
But I love that because that deals with the whole like Tomb Raider aspect of it. Like it's not just shooting. Which don't get, and the combat's not is never been better. Right. But the combat always sucked in Uncharted games because like I don't want to have to.
2 was so good though. The combat
2 was good,
great.
but you know what? In 4 and Lost Legacy, I feel like they introduced the stealth elements. So it's like, okay, cool. I can actually get through this area without being a bloodbath.
Okay, yeah. I mean, because they learned from... I want to say they learned from The Last of Us, because The Last of Us has those stealth aspects.
True, you're right.
Where like, you can, like, you can listen and see where they're coming, and then you could choke someone out.
Yeah, it's not as in-depth as, like, listening and stuff, but it's still, like, you hide in the bushes and wait till they show up, and then attack them. Like, it's simple, stealth, but it still gives you something that you don't have to be like, oh, shit, shoot a grenade, oh, like, shoot this guy in the head, you know what I mean?
Alright, cool.
So, highly recommended. I started up Thimbleweed Park on the Switch. Thimbleweed Park is a throwback to the old school point and click adventure games that like LucasArts put out. It was actually put out by Ron Gilbert, who was like the head of like Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion, I believe. And it looks like old school Maniac Mansion, like just the art style or whatever. I have not put that much time into it because I need to be in a specific mindset for that. Because it is a lot of reading. No, I'm sober as a fucking priest. Yeah, you got it. It's a lot of reading, but like so far the dialogue is just super funny. Okay. Like not super funny, but like super clever.
Are we
like
funnier?
I'm just like, oh, okay. Are we funnier? I would say in general.
Yeah.
But like to the masses, probably not.
Wow.
We're not doing Thimbleweed Park numbers, bro. We're doing RudeBoyz Power Hour numbers.
Which is better than Thimbleweed Park.
Okay. I also started up Titanfall 2.
Nice.
Titanfall 2, I heard was a short campaign, so I'm super looking into that. The game moves fast, like it really pushes. So it's got two sides, right? A normal first-person shooter. Well, it is a first-person shooter, but you have like your normal first-person shooter trappings. Okay. As a pilot, so you're running around shooting, picking different guns up, grenades, whatever. You have some perks, so it's like there's like a stealth option, like a cloaking device, or what have you. And then when you find one of the Titans, you can hop into it, and then you have a basically new set. And you're also in a fucking robot. Okay. So, you got giant guns and giant rocket launchers, and you could put up like a shield or something like that. You know what I mean? Like almost like a District 9, like pull up a shield, collect all the bullets, and then shoot them back out at the guy. So that's pretty cool. And as the pilot, obviously, you're running around super fast. You can wall jump, you can wall run. And as the Titan, you're big and bulky, but you got a hell of a lot of firepower. I'm digging it so far. Again, didn't get too far, but I've heard it's a short campaign, and to be honest, I'm looking to dig myself out of my backlog that I've made myself in 2017. So
do you have to play the first one?
Go. No, you do not, because Titanfall 2 actually is the first in the series to have a campaign. Okay. So I'm going into it completely blind. Cool. I am not a multiplayer person guy, so I'm not going to play it multiplayer. Okay. To be completely honest, if this campaign sucks, which I've heard the opposite, I'm going to get rid of this game. But I picked it up on the cheap because I heard it was a fun campaign, and it was quick, so I'm willing to give it a shot. Awesome. One more thing.
Oh boy, okay.
I finished up Sonic Mania.
Oh, okay.
Sonic Mania, I hit so hard and quit so fast because I got to the last level and the level sucked. Okay. I was playing it. Honestly, I took my Switch on vacation months ago, and I was playing through Sonic Mania. Nice. I was doing level after level after level, and I got to the last level, and the last level was so obtuse and so different that I was like, I rage quit, basically. I couldn't do it. I'm in a Sonic game, and I'm dying because I'm running out of time. Like, there's something wrong with me. Sonic. No, not true, because you would think you would be from, like, A to B. Run, 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 run. This last level, though, is like you have to go through portals and go to different parts of the world, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. That's ridiculous. So I rage quit. Big time. I think last time I played the game was in September. Okay. And I picked it up like 5 minutes, not 5 minutes ago, like a day ago. Okay. Beat it in 5 minutes. Because I was like, okay, I know what to do now. All right. Like, that was it. And I don't want that to hamper my expectations on the game. Okay. Because the game is fantastic. I have zero Sonic nostalgia. Excuse me. I have zero Sonic nostalgia. And this was the best Sonic game I've ever played in my life. Yep.
All right, cool.
And I highly recommend for people who have Sonic nostalgia to play this game because they will like it 10 times more than I do.
All right.
Boom. That's what I've been up to.
That's awesome.
What else we got? Nothing?
We got nothing. We are, we're up to the Rudies.
The Rudies.
Rudy.
This is the best of 2017s that we got right now. Man, we're going long, buddy.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
fucking
good.
do it. This is an award-winning episode, an award-winning award episode.
Damn straight.
So, our best of 2017s, we need to clarify something right now. We're going to talk about all different types of media. So, video games, television, movies, books, etc. Beers. But it does not have to be released within this year, okay? So, if I played a game that I thought was the best game that I played this year, it's going to be my game of the year.
Yes.
Okay? However, if that's the case, we just need to qualify that, like, oh, hey...
Clarify.
Qualify is the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
All right.
We need to just make a note of when it came out.
Right.
That's it. And we do have some honorable mentions because, again, we did it. And then the whole thing with coming out before 2017, that's because we're just busy boys. You know what I mean? Like, we get to stuff when we get to it. I try to stay on top of video games, but, like, I can't. I'm talking about Titanfall 2, for Christ's sakes. That came out 2 years ago. Thimbleweed Park came out 2 years ago. Mighty Final Fight came out in the fucking 80s. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing, guys. Stop fucking tying me back, bro, all right?
No one's yelling at you.
I'm just getting upset.
See what happens? You guys get them worked up.
I'm just getting upset, man.
All right.
So here we go. Should we start it off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Top of the list, baby. Let's do it.
Best game of 2017.
Right, so this is not a cumulative thing. It's our best games of the year. All right.
So, what was the best thing you did?
Best game I played, honestly, Super Mario Odyssey.
Okay, cool.
Super Mario Odyssey. I'm 100% more of a Zelda person.
Okay.
100%. Yes. However, Super Mario Odyssey was my game of the year because I went back to Super Mario Odyssey once I beat it.
Okay.
That is a huge thing for me.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
I know you don't.
Once I beat Zelda, even after pre-purchasing 2 downloadable content packs, I did not go back to Zelda. Mm-hmm. And I'm ashamed of that because I did not 100% it like I do normal Zelda games. But Super Mario Odyssey, for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, it's fun as hell. And that's why I've gone back to it.
Okay, good.
And that's my game of the year.
That's awesome.
Your game of the year.
Injustice 2.
Okay.
I just... Normally, you know me with, you know...
That was something I knew you
games.
weren't going to get into, but it got procured at your house.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm going to play this. And then boom, there you go.
Yeah, like, I've, you know, downloaded every single, you know, thing that they have to offer. Right. You know, I just beat it with Hellboy and... You know, the Atom...
They're giving you so much content, too.
The Atom is fantastic to play as, which I just, you know, started. Right. So, yeah, that's mine. Like, I'll go back to that anytime anybody wants to play.
Sure. All right. You got any honorable mentions? Like, any other things that you played? Now, this is games that you've started, because I know you're a big Overwatch fan, but I feel like you started that...
Oh, yeah. Well, Overwatch, it will always be on either my Game of the Year or honorable mention. Diablo 3 is my, you know, also because...
You re-picked that up this year.
Yeah, Diablo's fantastic. Right. So, what about you? Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
It is... I'm going to say this right now. It's going to be a controversial opinion. It is not my favorite Legend of Zelda game.
Ooh!
I know, right? It is a great... It's probably one of my favorite open world games.
Okay.
Like, they did it. They made an open world Zelda game. And they did it 100% right. But... It's not, like, I mean, as far as dungeons or stories is concerned, like, it kind of lacks, in my opinion. Which should not slight the game. It's probably my top runner-up for this. And you can follow all my usual game awards that I give out on Twitter, because people care about that shit. But it's on Twitter, @Sherms. I should get that out within the week, because there were some technical difficulties. But that is definitely my runner-up. Drinking, yes, that does it. But yeah, that's my
all right, cool.
Honorable mention. I mean, I got so many honorable mentions, but I'm not going to get into it because this is not the Gamecast anymore. This is the Power Hour, and we are on our way to powering up that hour.
Yeah. All right, so Best TV.
Best TV, what do you got?
I got Game of Thrones Season 7.
Really? Okay.
Such a good season.
Yeah, I agree.
And I got to say, probably my honorable mention would be which is actually
my main.
Which is your main.
My best of TV for 2017 is Glow.
Yeah.
Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Over Game of Thrones? Huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, and also over my other honorable mention. But the reason why I love Glow so much is because it was super respectful to the pro wrestling industry.
Okay.
And I was able to digest it so well. Like, it was perfect for me. As a commuter, I was able to download it onto the Netflix app.
Okay.
And watch episode after
helps.
episode because it's a half an hour long.
Sure.
Like, it was something that I didn't need more of.
Okay.
Like, it was just like, here it is, take it when you're ready, and I got it, and I was like, this is great. I love this. I can watch whenever I want. I mean, thanks to the Netflix model, but I can watch it on the train without having to worry about, my data getting eaten up, or I can watch it when I don't have service. Like, I can watch it whenever. And it was written very well. Again, very respectful to the industry. So that's why it was the best TV of 2017 for me.
Okay. What's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is going to be Rick and Morty Season 3.
Okay.
That was something that I also tried to watch during not having good service or whatever like that.
Okay.
But Rick and Morty Season 3 definitely kicked it up a notch. Because I tried to watch Seasons 1 and 2, and you could see them trying to get their foundation set up.
Sure.
But Season 3 knocks it out of the park. It definitely scratches that Futurama itch of being like a sci-fi time travel nerd. And, different parallel universes and stuff like that. Like, that's good. And don't get me wrong, like, I thought Game of Thrones Season 7 was great too. But there's a lot of good Netflix stuff up. Also, shout out to American Vandal on Netflix. Same idea. You could download it. And I think everybody should watch it. It's like a mockumentary of like a high school student drawing dicks, and he gets expelled, and they're treating it like the fucking O.J. Simpson case.
Okay.
So that's it. You have any more honorable mentions?
For TV, no.
Okay.
All right. So
what about Punisher? Because that was an episode. That was a show I kind of dropped.
And I don't think it's gonna hit my honorable mention.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Best movie. For me, Logan.
That's
Logan,
not a surprise.
Logan, just
big Wolvie fan.
So good, and it was seeing him go out, the way he did, and knowing that he's not coming back, which kind of breaks my heart. Breaks my little boy heart a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. You said it last episode. Money talks, bullshit walks.
I know.
You never know.
Exactly. As for my honorable mentions,
you save your honorable mentions until I get done. All right. Because maybe we might have the same honorable mentions.
Sure.
All right. My movie.
Sorry, I spoke.
My best movie of 2017, knowing me should be no surprise. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep.
That movie knocked my socks off only because of my. I don't want to say low expectations, but thanks to Sony's handling of the franchise, that was a good movie.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that. Oh, you know what? I'll say this about it. I never pick up movies anymore.
I know, and you actually picked it up.
I picked this up.
Yeah?
This is one of 4 MCU movies I have right now, with the other ones being Iron Man, Captain America: First Avenger, and Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one. The only other one I need to make my top 5 would be Avengers, and I just haven't got around to it, but whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, that's really should paint how good I thought Spider-Man: Homecoming was. I'm going to say right now, controversial opinion, best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen.
All right.
It was just so lighthearted.
I'll agree with you.
Okay, cool. Honorable mentions, Tommy?
And Marissa Tomei is in.
And Marissa Tomei did not hurt that at all.
No, not at all. Honorable mentions for me, I would have to say, is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is good. 100%.
And also Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok you liked a lot. I liked it too. I had a lot of hype for it.
Sure.
I think my hype over excelled that, which, happened again with Last Jedi, but whatever.
Okay.
My honorable mention is going to be bucking this trend, the movie Get Out.
Okay.
That was fucking cool.
I still have yet to see that, I'm a huge horror fan.
You should check that out, man.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, that was, like, creepy and unnerving, and it has a thing that I love in movies that I'm not going to say because it will spoil it, but it has an aspect that I love to see in movies, and it does that well.
There's a lot of complaining that it's in the Golden Globes, but it's under the comedy.
Yep.
So, yeah, that should...
Yep. I remember hearing that. So. That was funny.
So, we got best book and/or trade paperback.
Right, because I don't read books.
Right.
So. What do you got, Tommy?
For me, I got to say it was Nosferatu, written by Joe Hill, came out in 2013.
Okay. What is? I'm guessing it's a vampire.
It's
book?
It's a vampire book. If no one knows, Joe Hill is Stephen King's oldest son.
Right. Okay.
Fantastic writer. Just it had me. It was a page burner.
Okay.
I was
sweet.
just burning pages.
Sweet.
Probably one of the fastest books I ever read.
Sweet.
So, what about you? What's your
Well, the best. I mean, again, because I'm not a reader, but the best trade paperback or
graphic
written
novel?
thing I'll say I read was Spider Island.
Okay, that was good.
That was a mid to late 2000s, 2010 Spider-Man saga, whatever.
Sure.
It came out years ago, and it deals with basically people in Manhattan getting spider powers, and a lot of them turning into spider creatures, and it is definitely the most modern Spider-Man tale I've read, because again, I'll be a poser in this case. I'm a Spider-Man fan.
Sure.
I don't think I've read anything past shit that came out in the 90s.
You got there's a lot of Spider-Man content, so if you if you
absolutely.
grab everything, bra fucking oh. If you don't, there are ways you can read it.
Sure, yeah, no, exactly.
So,
So and this has got me back into reading more, because I read Craven's Last Hunt, and I read this in the past year, and Craven's Last Hunt, like we talked about, was great. But I like the Spider Island because it still kept how I like Spider-Man in a more modern tale. And
Sure.
He's like out of marriage with Mary Jane, so he's in another relationship, and he's got, and there's new Spider characters.
Yep.
So, and this is something, I'm going to have to catch up on, but it was probably the best trade paperback I read.
Good. I'm glad to hear.
Any honorable mentions?
It by Stephen King.
Okay.
Came out in 1986.
Sure. So
I did the audio book, and just the way it was read and everything, it was pretty pretty fantastic.
Nice.
So next we have best wrestling thing.
Yes. So this is either the pay-per-view, a match, or an event, or whatever.
Yeah, guys say.
And we both agree on this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. John Cena versus AJ Styles
At the 2017 Royal Rumble.
Yep. Fantastic.
Which, oh my god, dude. We did this thing. We have this group going on Facebook, the Wrestle Fuck Boys, and we were trying to collaborate on a super card. So, like, our best WWE Championship match, tag team match, Intercontinental, etc., etc. I think I was the only one pushing for this match, only because it was A, so recent, and B, so good. And because I think that match lost out in our usual, in our cumulative efforts, because it was so new.
Yeah. Which we actually got to go back and redo that.
Well, sure, yes, I understand, but like this was a phenomenal match.
Yeah.
No pun intended. This led to John Cena's record-setting 16th championship run.
Yep.
Which, regardless of how you feel about that, is still monumental. And AJ Styles is, like I said just now, phenomenal.
Yes.
So you cannot do any wrong.
Right.
And anyone who even isn't a wrestling fan should check this match out.
Sure.
2017 Royal Rumble, John Cena versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Boom. We consume a lot of wrestling, so there's some times where we just can't, determine what's good or not. Yeah, because we watch it and it's kind of a ruckus event.
Yeah.
So
we best beer.
Best beer. All right. I think we agree on this too.
Yeah.
Also,
it's you guys know it. The RudeBoyz.
You better know it.
Brand Miller High Life. Established in 1903.
Nice. Champagne and beers, man. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you this. $8 for a 12-pack.
It is fantastic.
That's less than $1 per beer.
Yes.
You can't get that anywhere.
It'll get you drunk.
It'll get you drunk.
And the runner-up is Sam Adams Maple Red Syrup. I liked it.
I don't like Sam Adams.
I know you don't. I actually just had the cold snap the other day.
Oh, okay.
That was actually pretty good, too.
I mean, my runner-up would have to be something Blue Moon related. I know they had some funky flavors this year, like Pacific Apricot, Mango Wheat, or whatever. Weird. But, I mean, they were good at the time. Sure. I think I drank one or two of them. But, yeah, Miller High Life for the win. That's what I got to say about that. Boom.
So, our next category is Best Song and/or Album. For me, it is Foo Fighters, the album Concrete and Gold, which is their newest album, and the song off of there is The Sky is a Neighborhood. Just such...
Nice.
I mean, all in all, it's a great album.
Okay,
like,
cool.
From back to front, but that one song I'll listen to over and over.
Okay, sweet. Well, my favorite song of this year is a song called Seagulls.
What the fuck?
It's put out by... You might have seen this kicking around on YouTube or Facebook or whatever like that. It's put out by this YouTube channel called Bad Lip Reading.
Okay.
And it deals with the scene from Empire Strikes Back when Luke is talking to Yoda.
Okay.
A lot. So they bad lip read. Ugh, that's hard to say. Bad lip read that scene, and they put it to music. And the song is just so catchy and funny. It talks about Yoda going to the beach and getting pecked by birds. And he's trying to tell Luke not to do that.
I'm going to have to watch
You're going to have to watch this. And you know what really cinched it for me was I was so hooked on this song, I showed it to my girlfriend.
Okay.
And that could go either way because it was like dumb Star Wars stuff, but also the lyrics were very funny.
Okay.
And she loved it.
Okay.
So that was like, oh man, this song has hit another level.
It could go one of two ways. She could love it, or I could be single in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So, and again, this probably came out a couple of years before this.
Sure.
But, this song, like, when you have me go to iTunes or whatever to try to see how much the song is, that's when you know you did it. I'm not gonna buy it because I'm a cheap bastard. But when you have me figure out how much a song is,
right,
then it's like, all right, that's clearly a song I want to hear for a while.
Right, okay.
But it's very funny. Check it out on YouTube.
I'll definitely check
Seagulls,
it out.
And it just Yoda gets poked in the head by seagulls.
Jesus
and he's telling Luke just to watch out. Like, it's so funny.
Best thing is the Switch. Gotta say the Switch, man.
Yeah,
It's a cool little system from a little unknown company that once again, you are welcome, Nintendo, for the bump from us.
That is true, yeah, because we're going to talk about it almost a year ago. We went to go test out the Switch, and we gave it the RudeBoyz approval, and they were like, okay, you know what, thank you for this approval. We're going to go ahead and push this product out to market, and you're welcome, America and the world.
You're welcome.
We did this. We were the final obstacle for Nintendo to cross to let them know that they could put this product out.
Yep.
Bar none.
All I want is a fist bump. That's all I want.
That's all, yeah, man. Just Reggie,
exactly.
Shigeru Miyamoto, whatever. EJ Onuma, just fucking boom.
Yeah.
Give us a little fist bump there, buddy.
A fist bump in my bank account would be even better.
A monetary fist bump is what we call that in the bangers biz.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Switch has been phenomenal, man. Like I was talking about earlier, me playing Thimbleweed Park. The reason why I want to play that is because it's perfect on handheld mode.
Sure. Okay.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was perfect in both ways. Like, I could take that anywhere. Mario Odyssey, I personally like putting that on the big screen.
Right.
And then using a controller for that.
Okay.
I could take that shit anywhere. I took it to your house earlier in the year. We were playing things. Now that you have a Switch in the household, I could take my Switch, put it in the dock, and then we could play whatever we need to play. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, for instance. Oh, he's crying. I made him cry instantaneously.
Docking.
Any more awards we got right now? Let's think about this. What about most disappointing thing of 2017? This is impromptu.
Wow.
This is getting Tom on the fly right now. I'm gonna say fanboys for you.
The Star Wars fanboys. You fucking twats. You guys suck. You suck. And that's all I gotta say, because I've already done my bit on you guys, and I don't want to give you guys I don't need to give you guys any more. That's the word I'm looking for.
Credence?
Yeah. Fuck you guys. Anyway.
Anything else? What we got? Any more? Because we got one more, but
I know
that's like the big one.
I know people will say, Justice League was a big disappointment. Justice League did not deserve the hate that it got. Justice League was a good movie.
We should make some new. We should probably think this out next year.
Sure.
Like best, like
best and worst
or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we should.
Sounds
this
good.
is obviously a work in progress.
Absolutely.
RudeBoyz Power Hour, episode 1/10 or whatever.
Yeah. We're two hands. We're two hands. Yo, we can do jazz hands now, guys. Do jazz hands with us, RudeNation. Come on.
And that's it.
All right, and our best moment.
I think we agree on
is this podcast and you beautiful people in the RudeNation.
That's right, baby. We're only going to be better for you guys.
Absolutely.
RudeBoyz Gamecast was phenomenal. RudeBoyz Power Hour, going to be better.
Even better.
Okay? We want to listen to the RudeNation as far as getting any sort of, comments or what you want to hear improve or what you guys want to hear upon. You know what I mean? So anything you guys want, You let us know. And you can let us know via Twitter at RudeBoyz469. You can let us know on Facebook, facebook.com/RudeBoyz469. Or hey, you can hit us up on Gmail, RudeBoyz6969@gmail.com. You can let us know personally. I'm at Tesherms, TEH_SHERMS. Tommy?
I'm at Tommy_Cash with a K.
Yep. We're on YouTube, bit.ly/RudeBoyz, RudeTube, all one word. And if you're not listening to us on Podbean, which is our beautiful, handsome, stunning hosts for this podcast.
Yeah, do us a favor, flick that bean.
RudeBoyz.podbean.com. So if you're listening to us on YouTube, listen to us on Podbean. Download the app. Subscribe to us. Listen to us on Podbean. If you're listening to us on Podbean, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to us on YouTube. Hell, go to the iTunes Music Store. Download us on the podcast app. Do it that way. Get the RSS radio application. Download us there. Download us everywhere. Download us here. RudeBoyz, in your ears, in your face, every day, all time. That, my friend, was the Rudies. That, my friend, was the initial episode of the RudeBoyz Power Hour, FKA RudeBoyz Gamecast. I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
And we're going to see you beautiful people later. Welcome to 2018. Welcome to the RudeBoyz Power Hour. Welcome to the madness.
Peace.
This has been a Wall Street Bangers production.